Here comes Tom the dog. Hello, Tom. Oh, come on, be friendly. Good dog.
Who eats cucumber sandwiches?
I do. Is it haunted?
I think so.
Welcome back to the channel. We are Carol and Ken, and we like touring in our Consort Nova camper van. In this series, we're taking you to some of our favourite National Trust properties. We're about to turn in for the night and we've got a problem with our bathroom door. For some reason the catch is not working. It is locked. I don't know what's gone wrong in there. I'll have to take it off. The trouble is if I take it off we won't be able to lock the door. Well, that's a problem for another day. That's a pretty grey day, bunny.
Sounds like it's been howling with wind all night.
Yeah, it has, yeah. 6 o'clock. Do you sleep?
I don't know.
I slept pretty well, really. Are you all ready for a quick getaway?
Yeah, 7 o'clock. We've just got up, got dressed. We're moving off from this pitch.
Yeah, we're not going to make the bed. And our little door problem, I've put 2 little bits of tape on to hopefully keep it shut. And I've got this thing on to remind us not to try and operate the doorknob because it got shut again last night accidentally by somebody and we nearly couldn't get in. And that would bring an end to the trip because you can't get access to the loo if that happens. Right, what's the plan today then?
Well, depending on if the weather cheers up, but we're going to head to Alfriston anyway and check out the car park there because it could be a bit dodgy to park a camper van in Alfriston. It's a very tiny little village, but it does warn you on the National Trust app that there's no provision for parking camper vans or motorhomes in any of the car parks in Alfriston.
Well, not the nicest day for driving, that's for sure. Our route takes us over the South Downs, and today it's a little bit misty. The weather's completely different to yesterday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stop the battle within your soul. You know it's all in your head.
To come for our promotion boards.
Being sad.
It's a very narrow
Yeah.
little road through the middle of the village, isn't it?
It is.
It's very quiet at the moment in the car park.
So charges apply 24 hours per day. All day £7. Right, we've got all the windows closed and we're ready to get washed and make up the bed. Got the tape off the door, so that worked all right. There you go. You've got a bit of time to kill here, haven't we?
Yes. So you've been doing some research where to have lunch?
Yeah. There's a pub. They're all quite posh restaurants around here.
Yeah.
And there's a pub called the Six Bells, and the first comment is a pub that isn't trying to be a pretentious restaurant.
Sounds good.
And the reviews are all good, and there's and a nice welcome from the dog, Tom.
Well,
the dog.
Well, you'll have to go and say hello to Tom.
See if we can see
Yeah.
Tom the dog.
Get him on film.
Apparently they do nice pies.
Well, that's right up your street.
Yeah. Says they do a steak and Stilton pie, which I might
I don't know about
fancy.
The Stilton, that's not up my
Well,
street.
you can have a cucumber sandwich. They do a cucumber sandwich.
Well, that sounds pretentious.
Yeah, just with a few crisps on the side.
I might have a nice pie. I'm sure they do other flavour pies.
We haven't had a cucumber. Have we had a cucumber sandwich? We haven't had one for yonks, have we?
No. Who eats cucumber sandwiches?
I do.
I'd be very disappointed if that's all I had was
do.
cucumber. At least have some cheese with it.
We'll have to get a cucumber and some bread and make a cucumber sandwich, because I want one now.
Let's have a posh tea, shall we? And get some scones and jam and cream.
What, make our own?
And make our own. You know, they do those three
tiers. Well,
where
we'll have to get the 3 tiers.
Cucumber sandwiches, cream, scones, and cakes.
We can 3 coffee mugs, right? 3 plates.
Stack them up. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how to do it. How long before this place opens?
10:30, did I say? So
Yeah.
another 55 minutes.
55 minutes to relax.
Yeah, it's only a short walk from here.
Alfriston is a picturesque little village in East Sussex, and it dates back to the Saxon period and became a market town in the Middle Ages. It's renowned for its medieval architecture, and it has some smuggling history. It also has some problems with traffic. We've come to see the Alfriston Clergy House, which was the first ever property purchased by the National Trust.
Octavia Hill is the best known of the founders of the National Trust. There's a beautiful portrait inside by John Singer Sargent. Now that tells you if you're sitting for John Singer Sargent, it's telling you you're somebody, basically. And she was probably the best known. She lived near Westerham, so not very far. So she just on the invite of the local vicar, she came down and had a look. She took one look and it obviously was just instant, the connection. And she said, yes, this is it. This speaks to me of old England. And this fitted into that idea, this idea of old England. So if you remember nothing else, that helps you to understand why this was the first property.
So this was the first property ever saved by the National Trust, and they bought it for the princely sum of £10. It's a stunning example of a 14th century Wealden Hall house, featuring timber-framed architecture and a thatched roof.
There's something road somewhere in Surrey. It's wrote the names on the wall. But they're going to have a look when they redo it and see, because there could be more embers in there in the evening to heat up the bricks, and then they put the bread in to cook overnight. But they didn't slice it up and down like we did. They sliced it across this way,
really?
and the bottom piece was given to the servants because that was quite well done, and the upper crust.
Oh, I
Oh
see.
yes,
given
yeah.
to-
So the rich people.
Is it haunted?
I think so.
You think so? What's the
Know of
story?
any
Oh, well,
stories?
there's lots of little.
Oh, really?
You see this string across here?
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is because this chair belongs to a boy,
Oh,
Really?
and he doesn't like people
sitting on it.
So what happens if you sit in it
Who
then?
knows? I'm not
Oh,
going to.
no, don't try. No.
And some people
just-
think that they've heard people up in the upstairs in
Yeah.
the bedroom.
Hope we don't meet the boy.
Yes.
Wow. Such high ceilings, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, it must have been cold in the winter.
Yeah. Well, is there any heating?
Well,
oh, there's a little fire
There's a
here.
little fireplace there, but to heat this big space.
This space, and all the heat would just got there, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. And
There
what's
you go.
in
They've got a
oh,
potty under the bed.
it's a little cloth.
We'd have a fright if that started rocking on its own. Tiny, isn't it?
So short then, weren't they?
Yeah. Who would have thought that buying this property back then would have led to so many important buildings being saved for the nation? Many years ago we bought lifetime memberships of the National Trust. Didn't really think it was worth it back then, but boy has it paid for itself now.
There's some graffiti on this window. I don't know if you can see it here. It says E. Lowen, 31st of July, 1861.
I sometimes find myself yearning for the past. Was it better back then, or is that just a myth? Who knows? Right, we're going to have a look at the church now. This is St Andrew's Church, a 14th century building that's known as the Cathedral of the Downs. I wonder what it is.
Well, there's like a dial on here. But there's no shadow. So.
No. Is it a view? Well,
Viewfinder.
No, because there's only trees behind it. Somebody will let us know.
Maybe it's just artwork.
Running low on the borderlines, and you tell me that you're doing fine. Morning color lights the hall, pulls you right on through the door. So hold on to all that feeds your soul. I know a place where the sun shines every day. So come with me, I'll take you there. I'll take you there.
Well, I'm gutted.
It's disappointing, isn't it?
Only open at 5 o'clock. We'll be long gone by then, won't we?
Yes, it's only open for lunch Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. We met Tom the dog, but he wasn't very friendly. He was growling at us, wasn't he? I think he was confused because customers obviously were just walking in and say hello.
Yeah.
We were saying hello to him and standing at the gate. He must have thought we were wrong uns.
Well, it's certainly heating up a bit now. We've got the aircon on full blast and we're just about to leave Alfriston. We're going to head towards Bateman's now. It's our next National Trust property and it should take us about 40 minutes to get there from here. So we'll see you on the way.
Not used to having beepers.
Little place.
Yeah.
Berwick.
Welcome to Bateman's. Built in 1634, it's a stunning Jacobean house where Rudyard Kipling lived from 1902 until his death in 1936. Right, nice cup of tea, something to eat I think is the order of the day.
Yep. Do you want a drink?
Yeah, I'll have tea please.
Can I have a chickpea dal, please?
Yeah, we haven't noticed that before, have we? The difference in pricing.
No, so yeah, $6.95 here.
Can you remember how much they were?
It was $4.95.
Or something, yeah.
Quite a big difference.
So that's the same food, but two different prices, and it's the same company. Thanks very much.
Thank
We split up here. I'll show you around the gardens and Carol will show you around the house. In 1907, Rudyard Kipling won the Nobel Prize in Literature. He used the prize money to design the beautiful rose garden, which still blooms today. The landscape of Bateman's inspired Kipling to write classics like Puck of Pook's Hill and Rewards and Fairies. Kipling found sanctuary here after his daughter's death, turning Bateman's into a place of both solace and creativity.
This Jacobean house dates back to 1634 and remains much as Kipling left it, offering a glimpse into his creative world. There is a small window above the Great Hall. This was used by Mrs. Kipling to discreetly check on guests before joining them. Kipling drew inspiration from Bateman's surroundings, writing some of his greatest works while overlooking the Sussex Weald. Kipling's study, where his desk and typewriter still sit, is frozen in time, as though he just stepped out the room. Rudyard Kipling was the first English language writer to win the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1907 when he was 41. He remains the youngest recipient of the prize in this category to date. This is a copy of the original manuscript of the Jungle Book, which was first published in 1894. And you can see Rudyard Kipling's handwriting and doodles.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did.
It's 5 o'clock, so they'll be shutting the car park soon. So we're leaving Bateman's now, and we're heading towards Rye for our overnight stop tonight.
The clouds are looking particularly wispy today. It's a lovely place, isn't it?
Yeah, Burwash.
Did we come to look at a caravan here once?
Hurst Green. I don't know.
This place up on the right hand side, was it?
Oh, it might be. Caravans.
Yeah.
Yes.
Caravan.
Oh, yes, we did. Hurst Green, yeah.
It was a Bailey's, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a Bailey caravan. They're all motorhomes in there now, by the looks of it. This is the town of Rye, and hopefully we can spend the night here.
Ooh. This is going to be tight.
I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, is he?
I don't know. We've got a post here.
Yeah. Glad I'm not driving that.
Yeah. Right, it's in here. It's £2.50 a day, 24 hours all days, but no overnight parking Wednesday because it's market on Thursday. Okay, this one works.
Okay.
We fancy a meal out this evening. One of the old impressive town gates. That's the place. See if we can get in, shall we? We highly recommend this restaurant. The kebabs are absolutely delicious. They were very busy though, and we were lucky to get a table. So if you want to come here, we recommend you book. That tasty. That looks like a cup of mud to me.
Find our way back to the van, haven't we?
Yeah.
Nice cobbled street.
Quite painful to walk on actually. Must be these shoes.
That's your excuse. What have you had to drink?
Nothing. I've had
Sparkling water.
That was our first night. Got a bit of morning here. It was cold last night. I'm guessing probably about -3, 4.
Right, we're going to leave this episode here. If you enjoyed it, please give us a like, hit the subscribe button and share us with your friends. And we'll see you in the next one.